So let's take a look at the list. It is very, very similar to the list that I posted on the Patreon. Just a couple small tweaks. I think it's just like one card different. Yeah, so right now, get this a little bigger for us. Yeah, so I'm still not sure if we're supposed to be playing 4 Rebukes in the main, but the card is really good. I wouldn't hate moving this to the sideboard, cutting like one card, or like swapping in one of these bullets into the main. I think that's a little more interesting in like an open deck list, because then you have access to it and you know if it's in your opening hand, if it's a dead card or great. But yeah, so big changes to note since our last stream. I think the only like really big one was I'm trying Forge Anew instead of Kappa Cannoneer. I think a lot of the decks that you're bringing in Kappa Cannoneer not only have Wrath of the Skies, which is why you kind of want the Kappa, but then they also have Consign, so they and like Solitude for 4 mana, they can just do that the easy way. So like I think the card's fine, but I also think it's reasonable to try these Forge Anews instead, since they play a similar role like post Wrath. I have 2 Damping Spheres because Storm is much more popular than it should be. And then I did have a Tezzeret in the list. Pretty unimpressive. Like he's fine, but especially without cutters, I think he is a lot worse, because you're just not like, he isn't another way to immediately just trigger cutter, right? Only 3 Consign to Memory because I think it's fine. Stern Scolding is an interesting one. I think Janos was the one who told me about it, or like threw it out. I like that it tags a lot of different things in the format, especially like Frog and Solitude. Really nice. It's fine. I don't think you have to play it, but right now I kind of like where it's at. Cryptic Coat continues to be good. And honestly, you know what? This is a card that I've been wanting to try and just have never bothered. So like, let's do it, right? Atomic Microsizer. It is, can I make it big? I guess I can make it big this way. Atomic Microsizer. So single blue, artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+0. Whenever equipped creature attacks, choose up to 1 target creature. Note that this can target itself. That creature can't be blocked this turn and has base power 1/1 until end of turn. Equipped 2. So, I don't know. Seems kind of sick. I'm going to try it. I don't think you can reasonably cut Shadow Spear, because I think that card is really important against both Boros and like Prowess, but I don't. We're gonna try it. I'm gonna try it instead of, honestly, instead of Paradise Mantle seems fine. Sure, we're gonna try it. Is it right? I don't know, but I like it and it's fun. And it secretly grows. I guess it makes Ornithopter bigger too. Yeah, it secretly grows your constructs because they turn into 1/1s instead of 0/0s. Yeah, fuck it. Let's have some fun with it. We're doing prep for the Hunter Burton Memorial Open. It's a fantastic tournament in Dallas, Texas, every year, usually in the second weekend in March. So I'm going to be flying down there. But it's about suicide awareness. Strongly recommend you check it out. They should be streaming, and you can follow them on Twitter. I think it's HBM_TO. But if you look up Hunter Burton, you should be able to find it that way as well on the Twitter. All right, with that being said, let's try it. Atomic Microsizer might suck, but it's fine. We're on the play. Sweet. If I had a Mox Opal, I would like definitely keep this hand. We don't have an Equipper, and we don't have, like, we have a Slow Hammer. Like, we can go Axe, Ornithopter, Surveil on 1 into turn 2 Saga. If we hit like a Stoneforge or a BI, then that is very good. But yeah, think it does a little too little. This hand is good. I think we are bottoming the BI. And we're just going turn 1 Fetch Shock Colossus Hammer, so that way we can go Saga on 2 holding up Metallic Rebuke. Yeah, so we'll do that. And get a Hollowed Fountain, shock it in, play that, and let's see what opponent's got for us. This hand, notably, is also not incredibly fast, but it does have an equipper, and it has interaction on 2. Okay, so it looks like Prowess would be my guess. It could be Affinity as well. They play between 0 and a bunch of Fire Islets. So I'm going to go Saga. I'm going to play out second Hammer here because it's free with the Metallic Rebuke. It would have been pretty awkward if they had countered it, but I think I'm okay with that. I am going to counter basically anything they throw out here, since next turn we are going to want to make that. Yep, so definitely countering weapons manufacturing. And in case we weren't sure if it was Affinity before, I know for sure now. Okay, well now I think I'm just going to make 2 very large creatures. Yep. And then next turn we can grab probably a Shadow Spear. Okay, so they had those springs. My guess is they don't have any other lands in hand. Just hard casting the Emissary. Okay, yep. It's fine. What else you got for me? Okay. So you're dead, right? I mean, I'm definitely making a construct here. This can't block any of my creatures. They can block this and take 12. So, like, we can also just get boots if we want, right? Boots up the construct, attack with everything. Yeah, I kind of like that better. Still get to draw a card. Yes, I would love to. Oh, okay, sure, that makes makes it a lot easier. Why not? Had all these. Okay. So against Affinity, I like Vexing Baubles quite a bit. Tormod's Crypt is not unreasonable if we expect Emry. Can't know for sure that they'll play Emry. And I do like staying kind of lean. I think Cryptic Coat. This is an instance where I like Microsizer because it's like Cryptic Coat because you don't need the body necessarily with Coat, but having the unblockable is pretty big. So is there anything else we really want? Forge Anew I don't hate. Right now we brought out Coat for 2 Vexing Baubles. I think Memnite's pretty bad. Reason I kind of like Forge Anew is because it does let you, like, if you stick a Paladin, oftentimes they might have like some spot removal, but being able to immediately move in response is pretty big. Let me take a look, see what I wrote myself on my notes. Affinity, cut the mantle, Coat. And Memnites for Vexing Baubles, a couple holes, and a Tezzeret. Don't need to worry about the Tezzeret. I don't hate a couple holes, especially on the draw. We can just cut the other Memnite. Yeah, call it a day. Sure. Hole being able to grab like an engineered explosives that they tap out for, or what else? Like weapons manufacturing that we saw. But I think the evasion of axe and spears is really quite important in the matchup. Okay, it's not perfect, but we do get to go turn 1 Opal, Bauble, Shadow Spear, potentially off of Saga. Probably off of Saga. What I'll probably do is I'll play the Opal, see if it resolves, and if it does resolve, then I will likely run out the Saga. If it doesn't resolve, then I'll probably just play Marsh Flats and Fetch Shock. Okay, so Bolt themselves, Shadow Spear. Okay. All right, well, let's see if this Mox Opal resolves. It resolved very quickly, which I love. Yeah, we're just gonna run this out. Yeah, so we're not actually making construct, but what we do get to do is still get to go like Shadow Spear into Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah. Probably off Yawgmoth Nexus. EE on 0, or on 1, okay. That's fine. I still think I'm going to run out the Shadow Spear here. Yeah. And I am less likely to go for the Yawgmoth kill now that the opponent has an EE on 1. I'm more likely to just grab Needle. I am going to grab a Hollowed Fountain, cast Stoneforge Mystic. And what are we grabbing here? I mean, are we ever not grabbing a hammer? Seems unlikely. Sure. Okay, so yep. So the Vexing Bauble just stifles this so much. They don't even have the second mana. Sure. Okay, well, if they don't have the second mana for EE, then that's a different story. BI. So we're definitely floating mana here. I mean, with the Shadow Spear and the hammer and redundancy, I'm trying to think, is there a way I can kill right now? If I grab hammer, play hammer, then I do kill. So yeah, I'm just gonna get another hammer. Yeah, let's go Yawgmoth. See if this hammer sticks. It did. All right, I like our odds. First things first, equip here. All right, well, we're attacking for 22. Okay, cool. Good start. Good start to the league. Vexing Bauble is kind of brutal against Affinity. Definitely a card that I always consider like adding a third copy of. The issue is there are not a lot of decks I would actually want to play 3 copies of it against. That's like just Affinity, I guess Neoform, and the Simic deck. Okay, Meat Man. I wonder if the Meat Man is meat. MTG. Definitely keeping this. The question is, are we leading with Saga or other land? I think other land. Let's see, we go. Yeah, if I had another 0, I would definitely leave the Saga. Okay. But yeah, there are worlds where people just play main deck Vexing Bauble, so. Actually, it might be me. Oh, I think it's definitely him. All right. Well, let's get a Surveil. Yawgmoth is an interesting one. I don't think it's what we want. That's pretty nice. I think I have to just run out Stoneforge here. Question, of course, is what are we getting? I think it's unironically, I think it might be Microsizer. But it's pretty hard to turn down a hammer. The issue is like we don't have any evasion. So I'm just gonna grab it for science. If we had another 0 there, it would have been really nice. I don't think I would have grabbed a Paradise Mantle just to hold up Rebuke. I think the key Rebuke turn will probably be this next one. If we're on the draw, that's a different story. If we're on the draw, I might have just gone Saga Pass. Yep. Okay, Badger. No attacks makes sense. Okay, that's pretty nice. So now we can go Paladin. Can't Paladin into Microsizer because it does require colored mana. That's interesting. So if we go Microsizer off Archive, play Mesa, Paladin, suit up the Stoneforge, attack for 2, unblockable. We can't make a construct then. So I think our best line is just Mesa, grab basic planes, and pass turn. That way we can make a construct plus Rebuke, right? Yeah. Make a construct plus Rebuke into next turn. Grab Hammer, play Paladin. Equip. Yep. Okay, gotta do this in the other order. So now Metalcraft is on. And Exactsies for Rebuke. Okay. I will accept the beats. Beats received. Beats by Badger. Okay, so I don't think we're making another construct. I think we're just floating mana, grabbing Hammer. Yeah. I can't see a world where that's not the line here. Grab Hammer. Do this. I'm trying to think if there's a world. I'm just gonna play it like this. Yeah, So equip, and then, yeah, okay, sick. I'm sad I didn't get to grow it, but I mean, Microsizer actually looked pretty good there. I think it was slightly better than Shadow Spear, but I don't know, probably didn't make a huge difference. So against Yawg, I like Cage quite a bit because they're typically a Green Sun Zenith deck, and they have like the Dredger's Insight package. I want some number of portables. Stern Scolding seems quite good because it counters, I think, every creature in their deck, including Grist, which is kind of sick. Actually did include Yawg. Boots, Mantle, Memnites for holes, Tez, and Scolding. Okay. Holes, Tez, and Scolding. But yeah, the Memnites probably not making the cut against the Young Wolf deck. The boots are probably reasonable to cut, but I do think it's pretty close. Yeah, that's fine. Boots and maybe we can cut the coat since we have the Microsizer instead. We're gonna try it. All right. Don't think the Ward 2 matters too much. Like, once Yawg's in play, it does matter, but I think that's okay. All right. Oh, this hand's so close. If it had lands. Or, like, if we had a couple zeros. Okay, this hand is quite good. Question is, are we bottoming Stoneforge? So we're going like Opal, Ornithopter. I think we are bottoming the Stoneforge. Because we kind of have everything we want. Sadly, no axe starts. The entire league, actually, right? Wolfie is in. That's really nice. Let's play out this. This. I'm going to say fuck it and just shove the hammer here. Okay. I was like, if there's a force of vigor, there's a force of vigor. So be it. Note there is a real consideration to slamming the spear as well. Oh, Spymaster's Vault. Dredger's Insight? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's one way they can pretty easily combo. Okay, that's pretty nice. So play this out. I'll keep this one. First, I'm going to equip here in case of shenanigans. And let's draw a card. Okay, that's pretty good. I would like to attack for 11, trample lifelink. Not gonna run out I'm not gonna move everything to the Paladin, because if he has Grist, he can just go Grist minus kill the Paladin and I lose the game. Yeah, I mean, turn to whack you for a bunch. Oh boy, are we dead? Okay, cool. GG's. All right. Yeah, so if we hadn't tagged the Dredger's Insight, I think there's a world we can die from there. But I don't know. All right. Well, this is going better than my testing earlier. Clearly, it's the Microsizer making the difference. Yeah, this is a keep. So, and I'm on the play. So, yeah, I'll put the axe into play. The question is always, do we run out hammer or do we... So if we don't run out hammer, we get the surveil. And I think if we had like a 0, obviously I'm just shoving the hammer plus like into kill you next turn with Paladin. Okay, so Lush Portico, this could be a bunch of different decks. Not a bunch. It could be like Domain Zoo and like Samwise. It could also be a Yawg deck featuring Sam, but those are my leading guesses right now. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a keep. I think because we have the Rebuke, we can play this out a little slower, and I don't have to go Plains Paladin. But yeah, so now we get to just pass turn, hold up Rebuke, and then we get to make a construct if we want, and that should do the trick. Okay. Having the redundant equipper is pretty nice. We also have the line, especially if we like hit a mana source, where we can just make second construct, make second construct into, this is like Eladamri's Call? Yep, okay. Make second construct into make, or grab boots, equip boots, Allosaurus Rider. Okay, well, glad we have Rebuke, because this is Gristlebrand, or Neoform. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, okay. I'm glad we're on the same page, Giannis. I like the the archive. Yeah, alright. Not a lot I can do about it, so. I mean, I guess, yeah, we can't do both, unfortunately. Hopefully they don't also have Veil of Summer. Well, we shall see if they can kill. Do they have the Xenagos too? Yeah, okay, they have the Summer. Alright, well, that is what we call a nut draw. Alright. And they're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle deck. Okay, so against them, we were talking about this, but we also have the Grafdigger's Cage. I wish I knew if Scolding, like, I think Allosaurus Shepherd's power and toughness are reflected in all zones, so I can't do it unless they go for it on like turn 1 with no additional mana, so that doesn't seem good. I definitely want these though. I can see a world where we want Damping Sphere. Against Neoform, Coat is definitely too slow. I don't think we need the Microsizer either, since that's not really what's happening. Definitely cut those, and then like Consign is a reasonable card, countering the Galta trigger, but like then they just have a 13/13 in play, so that seems suspect. I don't hate Damping Sphere because there are a bunch of worlds where they need to run out multiple spells in the same turn. Okay, cool. It is in all zones. Thank you. I think Stoneforge is kind of slow, but we don't have Gift. Shadow Spear can weirdly be relevant. I can see cutting like 1 Memnite. No shot. I think the construct boots beatdown is a real plan here. I'm gonna cut the Stoneforge. Sure. The goal is have a fast hand with some backup, like that last game, but I think we... No, on the die roll. Okay. Cage on 1's pretty good, but I think we need a little more going on here. Okay. Yeah, this is like way more reasonable. Not like great, but I think we just bottom hollowed fountain here. Put axe in. Put opal. Okay, I'm gonna play the land first now. Play out the Memnite. That way, if they like force a vigor, we can respond. It is kind of cool. The next turn we can start beating down for 4. Depending on what we hit, I might do. Okay, since I can't force a vigor right now, I will just go ahead and surveil. I guess we have the active opal anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's get a surveil. Not what we're looking for. Second axe, not as good as the first one. Okay, I think we start with hammer here. And we're just in like the equipment waiting room, or the equipper waiting room. I can see them consigning here, which I'm fine with because we don't actually have spell pierce. Okay. No, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, so either equipper or mana source I'm fine with. Because like if we draw a mana source, we can equip axe. But I guess we can't hold up rebuke then. I think that's okay. And I do think I just rebuke here. If they want to counter back, I think I'm okay with that. But we shall see. Okay. Would they exile for that? Neoform? Okay, so they probably have another one. Wistfulness. Oh, that's pretty good. Well, I was going to equip, but I think I'm just going to attack for 1 and play out Vexing Bauble. Vexy B, as they say. Okay, so this is great because obviously if they, like, their Allosaurus Rider gets countered by it, so do their, like, force, or not force of negation, pact of negation. This lets me be a little more aggressive, I think, with attacks. Yeah. Well, like, so we equip here, attack for 4. If we equip here, attack for 4, goes to 11. Next turn, we play and equip boots. We're attacking for 6, puts them to 5, versus, and then kill them the following turn. Whereas if we play boots and equip, we attack for 2, put them to 13. Nah, fuck it. All right. Hey, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if they have Veil plus everything else, so be it, because that's Neoform. I mean, we saw what they did last game, so it is what it is. Hey, like, 2/2 double strike is a real clock. This Memnite gets it. All right. Love this. They can't even force a vigor us right now. Okay, well, let's do this. Ward 1, baby. Some people have definitely asked about skateboard, and I don't think it matters. And I will run out the fountain because there's a world where if they like blow it up, we want to be able to pop it and then hold up rebuke, which playing the land out does let us do. Yep. Okay, cool. Glad we're on the same page where it's like, you should shock. It's cost 7, right? Yeah. Whee! Okay. Surprised I won that one, but I'll take it. I still think Forge Anew, probably too slow. I think this is probably just correct. If I thought they were like super all in on the Galta shtick, then maybe, but I think that they just win anyway. So yeah, we're just going to keep all our zeros in so that we can be as fast as possible. If we Vexing Bobble first, so be it. It's like when you play Snapcaster Mage and Rest in Peace in the same deck. It's like, oh, I'll accept. Yeah. Yeah, so effectively 15 artifacts to help bridge the gap to Metallic Rebuke. Microsizer. We're doing it for science. Yeah, portable, like I could see a world they have oof, but we can beat an oof with either just like constructs or BI. So I think I'm okay with that. Coector oof. It took all my self-control to not make this a Slay the Spire 2 stream. Game is gas. Yeah, Crypt doesn't do much. Stern Scolding, not about that life. Yeah, all right. We have a turn 1 Rebuke, and if we find any Equipper, they die. So yeah, I mean, it's not technically perfect, but it's close. If I didn't want to hold up Rebuke, so let's lead this. If I didn't care about holding up Rebuke on 2, I would run out the Saga, because getting a Cage or a Vexing Bobble early is really big game. Also, second Leyline Axe, perfect spot, top of the deck. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm just going to let this happen. Yeah. And so because I'm not, like, if they Force of Vigor plus counter magic, kind of so what, right? Like, it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. But now, like, they can't Force of Vigor us. Okay. So I am going to go ahead, Surveil, looking for an Equipper or a Hate Piece. Nah, don't think we need that. Screw it. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna run out this hammer. Once again, if they want to like counter this, I'm fine with it. Because our plan actually doesn't really involve the hammer unless we find an Equipper, and even if we just find an Equipper, oh, it's so tempting to swing, but I'm not going to, because the extra artifact could matter. Even if we just find an equipper, we're just attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4 if it's a BI, so attacking for 8, like, and that's plenty. But yeah, right now I think the plan is just construct, Vexy B. Yeah, like, I'm actually super happy that they're using the consigned memory on the hammer. That tells me they probably have another, if I had to guess. Yeah, so like if they have Rider plus, so Rider and 2 green cards plus Neoform and Spell Pierce and land. So like it would have to be those exact things. But we shall see. I think I'm just rebuking this. I don't think it makes a huge difference. Okay. Yeah, especially since they can just not go for it, and then I'm sad. Okay. This is interesting. I think we should go planes. It is like tempting to get Paladin in there, like go Paladin, equip, attack for 4. But I think I'm better off making a construct, because the construct will be a 4/4, at least a 5/5, and that should be enough to kill anyway. So we'll get in there for 1. Whee! And there's a world where we are getting Vexing Bauble instead of Colossus Hammer, because I think the axe is enough to kill with the construct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'd be a 5/5, 6. So not quite enough. For 12, 13, they go to 4, but then they can't combo. Yeah. Is that like wistfulness? Is that what we're seeing here? So this is naturalize if it was evoked, right? Yep. Okay. Oh, okay. They're just drawing 2 cards. Yeah, of course, because they don't have double green. What am I thinking? Am I drunk? Okay, so draw 2, discard a card. That's sweet. I like those evoke elementals. That's fine. All right, well, let's make a construct. And then, okay, so that made it a little bit simpler. So like Vexing Bauble means that the Ornithopter won't actually hit play because it'll get countered. So yeah, we play out Ornithopter. So it is just a question of like, do we want Cage or Vexing Bauble? I don't think they have Force of Vigor. They would have already fired it off. If we get Cage, then we can play out the Ornithopter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still not quite enough to kill. But it does stop Neoform from working anyway. So yeah, I think we're just getting the Cage here. Okay, so they're consigning this trigger. That's fine. All right, well, let's do the thing. It's pretty hard for them to combo off with 2 cards in hand. All right. Our mana goes away, sadly. And crunch 4, 13. Put you to 4. I'm trying to think, like, if they draw land and go like land, oof. If they go land, oof, like Beseiju the Construct, right? That's a way they can buy another turn, because then we can only attack for 3. Yeah, okay, so I like this, weirdly enough. Yeah, they can't combo with 3 cards in hand, so they have to be able to answer things. Okay, Summoner's Pact. Hooting Mandrills. Oh my god. I lied. Do we have enough toughness to survive? 26, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, really? Okay. If they pull it out, good for them. Okay. Reveal cards. Put that card onto the battlefield. Tapped and attacking. Trample and haste. Okay. I think we can survive this, but we'll see. Okay, sure. That's fine. So just like take 8, 9, 10, 11 here. Go to 8. They might sack. Yeah, because you may gain X, draw X, where X is that creature's power. So gain 8, draw 8. It's pretty good. Okay. I'm just going to take 3 here. Okay. 3 is an acceptable number. Yeah, we'll see what we draw. It's currently 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 coming across if I don't move the axe. Hoots Magoots, that's so sick. Okay. Playing a land also makes sense. They will probably have to move to discard, but we shall see. If they found Force of Vigor green card, good beats. Oh, there we go. Okay, sick. All right. Let's go. Okay, we're back. We're on the draw. This is a very slow hand. We can't even like rebuke until turn 3. I think we have to do better in this format. Okay, because we have effectively 3 zeros, I am down to keep this, and I'm going to bottom the Stoneforge Mystic ? It's either Stoneforge or Paladin. I don't know the answer. Like, I know I'm keeping these 5. Like, the upside to Stoneforge is we can just play it on turn 1. But Paladin kills them. So, yep. All right. Cinderglade? What? Are we playing against Scapeshift? Holy shit, that'd be so sick. I think I'm still just going Saga. And I will run out the Memnite, because if we draw a hammer, then they just die. Okay. Yeah, I think this is just like normal classic Scapeshift. I kind of respect it. I'm inclined to just make a big... Oh, no. Oh, that's so cool. These are the times I wish I could give him the big ol' eyes emoji. Okay, this feels like an Aspiring Spike deck. So yeah, they didn't have another land in hand, which is kind of bananas, but... Okay, and I'm just going to fetch now. Let's get this. And I am just going to run out the Ornithopter as well. Get in for 1. It just gives me like fewer windows to get blown out. I think I was actually supposed to play the Saga last turn, but because now I'm definitely not making second construct. Ooh boy, it's classic Scapeshift. This is so cool. I hope they don't have main deck Force of Vigor. I don't know why I said that. Okay, well, let's float mana. Yeah, let's get a big ol' hammer. Let's play this. Yeah, I think playing the Saga was correct. Fortunately, didn't matter. But good to know. Scolding is like weirdly interesting to me. Definitely don't want the holes. Could be a green sun deck, so like Cage is a consideration. But there's definitely a matchup where I would love to have... Ooh, Scolding for Dryad. Okay, that's enough. Yeah. There's definitely a matchup where I wish we had Surge of Salvation. Fortunately, it's not a normal or common matchup. So what are we cutting? I think the Microsizer, weirdly good. Also, it's for science. The boots, I think, are good. I think coat is like not great, so cut the coat and probably like M-Night. That's perfect mathematically. Yeah. All right. Forge Anew is a consideration as well, but I don't think they actually have that much spot removal for my creatures, and they don't have Wrath of the Skies. Could obviously have Meltdown, but that's a very different world. I'm keeping. We have Axe, Paladin, and a Sneaky Hammer. I'm never not in. Hopefully we just hit a like Mox Opal off the top. Alright, well, I'm not like too excited about that. What are we just... I'm like not super excited to play the Saga because we don't have an untapped mana source. I think we can just do this. Do we actually want second white source? We do for Paladin, but that's it. Yeah, don't be too greedy. I am just going to get these out for the beats. Okay. So let's attack for 2. I'm sure they'll block sack, but not a whole lot to be done about that. I guess Vexing Bauble is an interesting one because they are playing Flare and probably Force. So, good consideration. I might bring them in. All right, so they take 1. Let's do this and this. Maybe we'll just draw a hammer naturally. I would accept that. Christ. Okay, okay. I get it. Someone hurt you. Okay, well, good follow-up at least. Oh my, got those. Chill. That's fine. Okay. Creeping corrosion. What a creeping beating. All right. Make a construct. Untap. I can make another construct. Maybe. If I get to go to my main phase. Creeping corrosion. Jeez. Are there not better options nowadays? Huh. Okay. Well. Well, now I might not make a construct. Are we just going like hammer? So I can let this trigger resolve. Are we just going hammer, grab, like float mana? If we grab Mox, we can play Paladin, Hammer, and hold up Rebuke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which I don't hate. Yeah, okay. Or, because they're just going to block sack regardless, right? Still probably correct. Like, this tells me they might have Beseiju as well. So, like, what if we just... I guess we don't have to do that. We can just float mana off this one. Can Needle Beseiju. If we Needle Beseiju, we can still make a construct plus hold up Rebuke, right? Yeah. I think it's who endures. Yeah, alright. I'm just gonna fetch now. Oh, we could name Sack Tribe. That's probably actually the better option. But yeah, all right. Well, I think my life total does matter a little bit. So we're just going to do this. Yeah. And this lets us hold up. I'm going to make them sack it. But yeah, this lets us hold up the Rebuke. Yeah. Yeah. Needling Sack Tribe. It's been a long time since I've considered doing that. Bruh. Do we make them tap out? Probably. Bruh, chill. Okay, so we untap, float mana, go get boots. Yeah, float mana, go get boots. Hopefully we hit a cheap artifact. Not really the one we're looking for. So, yeah, I am just going to get boots here. Play Paladin. Play Hammer. Spike a 0. Spike a 0. That'll work too. Fountain. Microsizer. It's good to know about for next turn. All right, well, I will attack you for 14. Done. Is the last card in their hand Scapeshift? We're going to find out. I feel like if it was, I would have just cast it last turn. Oh boy. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't care. Because this is unblockable. What if it's like... Okay, I was like, what if it's like Bounce Land? Bounce Land beside you? Unblockable. Paladin. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was fun. Well, now I have to play the Microsizer at Hunter Burton. Yeah, like, I don't know. It's different evasion. It's like the most evasive evasion. What I really want to have happen is I want to attack with a trampling guy and then use that to turn my opponent's creature into a small guy. I'm keeping this. And I think we're bootsing on one. Yeah, we definitely are, because then if we hit hammer, we'll get to like crack in for 13 on turn 2. Hey, Barbizio, that's Atomic Microsizer. Oh boy. It's a single blue, two generic, 2 equip. It gives equipped creature +1/+0, and it says whenever equipped creature attacks, target creature, up to one target creature, becomes a base 1/1 that can't be blocked. So usually you target your own creature, so it's unblockable, but you can do it to other stuff. It also like weirdly makes constructs get more power and ornithopters. Yeah, all right. Let's do what I talked about. It's possible I was supposed to just grab basic planes. I was playing it because I've always like wanted to, like I've written about it, but I'm like, no, it's too cute. But I don't know. It seemed pretty sweet. So now turn 2. Okay, yeah, so it's definitely Storm. Hopefully we rip a hammer. Did not rip a hammer. I think I'm going to go Paladin here to hit, because then Coat gives us a draw step. And this is 2 more power. Yep. I think it's correct to run this out as well. All right. Yeah, the Microsizers actually looked like pretty good when we've played it. It costs 3 to flashback, right? Okay. So I guess it doesn't have to be Storm, right? It could be just Red Belcher. Yeah, like if they have Ritual into Ironcrag Feat into Belcher kill you, so be it. All right, well, I put that in the universe. I don't know why. I guess just Ritual does it. Okay. Bro, I hate Storm. Let's see what they hit. Ren's Resolve Past in Flames. Okay. If we can hit a Metallic Rebuke, that would be huge as well. That would also be huge. The question is, are we going Paladin Hammer to get 2 draws? I think we are, right? So 13, 14. Yeah, because it actually kills 2. It killing them is a pretty big incentive. Yes. Okay, there's a quote-unquote land. Well, if they weren't dead before, they certainly are now. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 Exactsies. Ooh, love to see it. And we're sending with the Ornithopter. Whew, there we go. All right. So against Storm, those for sure. Yeah, easy clap, quote unquote. They missed multiple land drops and we won. I'll take it. the cage is basically just here to shut off Piff. The baubles are here to shut off Ral. I think Portable Hole is actually a trap because so often, like we saw, they can just go like Enabler, so Medallion or Ral into the combo in the same turn. So I don't think we want those. The question is, what are we cutting? As per usual, I consult my notes. I think Coat is obviously it's slow and it's about a grind, right? So Mantle, Spear, and Coat all seem pretty reasonable. I actually lost to Storm the other day because I named the front side of Ral instead of the back side, and I was like, okay, sure. It's real Borborygmos energy. So before I was cutting, this is in the Mantle slot. What else? The Memnites? But the Memnites go fast. I don't know, me. It is a question of like, but what else can you cut? Hammer, Boots, Needle. Maybe Microsizer, since the blue can be hard to hold up. Memnites might also be better than Ornithopters. I could see that. Because if you have a axe on one, like, they can block with the Ral if they really want. Yeah, this is probably fine. Okay. This is for the trophy, yeah? Okay, sick. It's like a little sketch, but we have turn 1 Vexing Bauble, which shuts off most of their ability to turn 1 win, or turn 2 win. We'll run out the Saga on 1 almost certainly, because that gives us time to get more hate pieces, yada yada. Okay. Parlor, they just kept it on top. All right, well, definitely playing Bauble now. Also, this is like a backdoor blue source. And at this point in paper, I'm just like, I have my finger over the Bauble on my trigger. Yep, there's the Ral. Awkward, obviously, but it is what it is. Let's play out the Boots. And pass the turn. So next turn we get to float mana. Float mana, go grab Mox Opal. I think that's as far as I've gotten. Okay, well, I guess cancel. Well, at least this only kills my artifacts, right? Not also my Urza's Saga. I could turn Yawgmoth into an artifact, so it blew up. Okay, cool. So, I mean, we'll at least draw a card off this. Okay. Okay. That's not bad, actually. Okay, so we're floating mana for sure. If we grab Hammer and Animate, no, we're 1 shy. Oh damn. Okay, that was really exciting for a second. This is really interesting, actually. Like now we can, because we hit the colored source. Now it's like not as important that we grab a Mox. So if we like, what are we grabbing? Okay, so they're doing that, so they don't get sinkholed with Pithing Needle. Checks out. I'm inclined to just get Needle and name Ral Leyline Prodigy, the correct one. Yeah. Yeah. Check one more time. Okay. Naming Ral Monsoon Mage is not as good. Let's play out the Memnite. We could animate and get in for an infect. Does that change anything? I don't think it does. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. I could see the game getting a little weird. So they have access to blue and white on their splash, which is interesting. I don't know if I've seen the double splash. And I will rebuke basically anything that I can here. Okay. I'm going to have to fetch at some point anyway, so we can't really... I will top that. One, two, three, four. As much as I would like to... get the Paladin down, I don't think it's worth taking shields down. So yeah, just nah. It is so tempting to like attack, and if they block, you just we just pump with BI. If I had one more artifact in play, I would, because we could BI plus rebuke, but a little sketchy. Okay. Okay, I mean, now we'll do it. Okay, yeah. Do they take it? Okay. Let me make sure. I should have done this before. No, not blue mana. Yeah, we can rebuke still because we have 6 rectangles in play. Yes, I would like to equip any number of equipment in play. Oh, let's go. You just had to block. If they play another enabler here, Manamorphose is fine. So we're just going to be attacking for 2 every turn with double rebuke up. No. Sure. Okay, so they're paying for it that way. You got it. It's fine. That's one less ritual they have to go off with. Just give me a hammer. Oh, okay. I didn't mean like right now, but can I hit a colored source? Wrong one. Oh well, I accept. Attack for 12. I think it makes sense to move this over here, since if they like Brotherhood's End to Pyroclasm, I don't know. I only have 2 basic planes in the deck too. Ooh, Artist Talent, a little spooky. Static Prison? Or maybe it's Prismatic Ending the Paladin here? Nope, just Prismatic Ending the Hammer. That seems reasonable. Alright. It's okay. It got its 10 damage in. Manamorphose? Okay. They're going to have to string some stuff together. We have 4 power in play. I would like to hit another hammer, please. Okay, so they're leveling up the talent. So I think we're not dead this turn. Love that for us. Give me a hit. Does that do it? That's 6 damage. Let's fucking go. Mediocre beats. All right. I mean, we're pumping the Memnite, right? Oh, yes. Let's fucking go. Whew, okay. How many games did we lose? What a delight. All right. Clearly deck's too strong. How many? We lost 1 game, so not quite perfect, but I'll take it. Note that when we didn't get Wrath of the Skies, we won. That was pretty good. Yeah, so looking at the deck, yeah, its card actually was kind of sick. I think Coat is still good because it... yeah, don't worry. I'll post the video, but basically, they blocked a Memnite early on. Like, I don't know if it was actually early, with their Ral, and we BI'd to just pump it to kill the Ral. And then a couple turns later, we got to get in 1 attack with the Paladin hammer to put them to 6, and we had 2 Memnites and a Paladin in play. At that point, they do a bunch of stuff but can't quite get there. We untap, they're at 6, we have 4 power in play, and we draw BI, so we just BI with Metallic Rebuke up to deal exact, tiny beats limping across the finish line. That being said, I am chronically bad at drawing Damping Sphere against those decks, so I'm glad we drew other pieces. Felt pretty good. I was reminded why I'm only playing 2 basic planes, because if we had drawn a blue source, it would have been much easier in a couple of those games. But Microsizer was actually kind of sick, so I will probably stick with it. The Paradise Mantle is like a lot less good in this build than it was in previous builds, because we aren't ramping to anything like a Cauldra, and most of the time Mantle Paladin boots, you needed to have already won. That being said, Microsizer making your guys actual unblockable. I can see a lot of spots against Boros where having either the second Shadow Spear effect for 1 mana, or if you're not racing them and they're playing the control role, Microsizer is better, because then they can't throw a cat in front of, if they play a Johnny, they can't throw the cat under your guy to flip the Ajani, which is pretty big. Croat is a very different card. It's just grindy. The ward is pretty good. So I don't hate it. Forgenew is fine. Portable Hole, also fine. I think it's the best removal we've got. And I think Cage I'll probably play over Tezzeret, because I think that card is sadly not quite there. But yeah, I mean, I think the format's also pretty degenerate right now, with the exception of exactly Boros and Dimir, where Tez is just okay anyway. But that was a delight. Hopefully I draw like that more often. But yeah, so I'm glad I picked up an Atomic Microsizer many months ago for a quarter, because who knows what uncommons cost nowadays. But with that being said, let's take a look, see who else is streaming, since I've been drawing bad and playing bad off stream, so hopefully we go out on a high note, and I like that. But let's take a look. Oh, it looks like Meat is streaming, so I'm gonna send y'all over his way. Make sure I get that right. Teferi in the sideboard is fine. I don't really... It's just a fine card. I don't think it solves anything specific. I think it's fine against blank, but they're pretty good at taking him down. If you expect a lot of blue-white control, he's pretty good. which I could see playing like one Tef if you expect a lot of blue-eye control for sure. I would probably either cut the third hole or the Scolding or maybe the Cage. Like those are the three that I would look like.